Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon, so you never miss any new updates, cause whenever we upload new video you will get a notification on your phone.
Hi, today in my bench I have something old and really special for all of you. Now what I have in my hands and on my bench, this is a 60s and probably at the end of the 50s transistorized Japanese radio. The brand name of this particular unit, it is silver, and it is, as you can see if I pull the device closer to the camera, it is an all-wave transistor radio. It has the normal volume key with the on and off switch built in, like all 80s and like normal radio have, and also have the tuning knob, as you can see, and it doesn't do anything. And of course there is the band selector in here. Now this model, it has the AM, but they did not call it an AM, they call it a medium wave, and it has the shortwave 1 and shortwave 2. But the curious thing about this model, that they don't call the medium wave or the AM wave as an AM, they call it in here as BC. So wow, as you can see, if I turn the band selector, here is shortwave 1 and here is shortwave 2. So this is type of band switching key that it has gear in it. So yeah, you can really feel the robustness or the build quality in this. Now as you can see, there is a huge crack in the dial face in here, and one of the this part of the cabinet, it is missing and it is long gone. The cabinet, it is all cracked from all around the corners, and there is this part of the cabinet, it is also missing. So this unit has a really had a hard life. Anyway, the reason why I'm making this video about this tuner or this receiver or this radio. This radio came to me by a friend of mine, and I must say this is not the first time that I open this unit. From about 3 years ago, before I started this channel and started to making any kind of videos or posting any kind of videos on it, I did a repair on this and it lasted 3 years. But this time when he bring it on, he said that it is there is nothing wrong with it except the tuning knob. It doesn't control the needle. So there is a broken connection in the thread of the tuning knob, as I believe. But we will know more about that when we open the cover. Now I haven't powered it on yet, and I did not put any kind of power to it. So today, in this video, I'm going to power it on for the first time, and we will see what we will get when we power it on. So without further ado, let me pause this video and bring the proper connectors or the power plugs in order so I can feed power to this unit. So let's begin. So this is the adapter that I built for it from about 3 years ago, and what this thing does, this thing capable of supplying a 12 volt from any kind of battery and turn it into a normal type of plugs. This type of plugs, it is really common, and it is compatible with all of kind of devices. Now, as I recall, this type of unit uses a 12 volt. So yeah, this is not a normal kind of radio. This is the real deal, and this is really consume a very high voltage. In these days, 1.5 volt, it is more than enough to supply all kind of radios, but the common voltage, it is about 3 volts. But this came in a time that you need high voltage in order so these type of devices can run nice. So I already plugged in, sorry about that, I bumped the camera. I already plugged in the supply unit, and let me put this right and bring my voltage, my meter, analog multimeter, and set it to 12-15 volt scale and measure the output of this. As you can see, I already put, yeah, it is giving around 9 volt. So there is a regulator inside of this unit. So yeah, anyway, I believe we have a decent voltage, and this is suitable for driving this type of radio. But before I power it up, I will have to remove the screw that hold the back cover into its place and show you the inside of this radio. Now, back in the day, these type of radios, they used to work on, they are portable, and this is the whole idea behind these type of compact radios back in the end of the 50s and the 60s. But in order to get to the compartment, some of these model, you need to remove the back cover, and this is what I'm going to do right now. Now, in order to remove the back cover in this model, you have to remove the screw. So let me get a flathead screwdriver, this one in here, and yeah, here you go. And this is the ta-da. As we can see in here, the model number is ts-190. So yeah, as you can see in here, they don't mention the AM band, they mention the BC 535 to 1605 kilocycle. Yeah. And this is a closer look about the models or the names of the transistor. And it uses 6 batteries, AA batteries, and this is the battery compartment. As you can see, it is a really bad shape, the battery compartment. This one, it is holder, it is broken and yeah, melted, and as you can see, it is all busted. As I said, the cabinet, it is in really bad shape. Anyway, let me put the back cover in here and take a look at the inside of the unit itself. And as you can see, here is the inside of the unit. Now he said that the tuner knob, it doesn't do much. As you can see, there is no broken in this thread. And here is the rail that hold the tuning thread. Now this came in a time that the build quality was all metal. So as you can see, it is built like a brick. If it was plastic, like all like the new kind of radios these days, it won't last this much. Wow, you can see the capacitors. These type of capacitors, they are flat type. They are screwed in, so yeah. And it is all germanium. We have the 2SA12. Wow. Don't know the numbers of these. This camera will just focus. The 2SP77. Wow, these are really old. And as you can see, it has the original capacitors in them. So, wow. You can see that there is a problem in this. No, there isn't any kind of problem in this capacitor because it has a long legs, that's all. So yeah, I believe this is okay. 10% of error resistance, and that is quite common in that time. The RF and this is the CAN type RF that I adjusted them and I secured them with some wax. So yeah, and you can see the build quality in this, and this is the variable. Back in the day, before the plastic type variables was invented, this is the only way that they can tune channels. In the 70s, they invented the plastic type tuner capacitors, and because they are much more cheaper than this. As you can see, the build quality, it is about 50 years old, maybe 60 years old, and it's still, wow, it's like coming out of the factory. Look at the antenna rod. Wow. Anyway, as we can see in here, nothing appears to be broken in the main motherboard or in the main board. So without further ado, let's plug it in and see what happens. Here is the here we go. Nothing. So I believe there is a problem in it. So yeah. Yeah. This is not a voltage issue, but yeah. So it is dead as a doornail. So he wasn't telling the truth about that it is working, and the only problem that it is the tuner knob. So yeah. So let me pause this video and try to find out the cause of this and see if I can make this produce any kind of sound. So apparently the problem is that the plug that enter the female plug, it is not connected all the way through, so I will have to replace this. But as you can see, we have static, so I believe the amplification circuit, it is working, and the IF, it is working. So let me try to, yeah. Oh my god, this is quite wow. About a 60 years old radio and is still working with his original capacitors. So imagine the quality and the build quality of this. Wow. So let me pause this video and inspect the and see why is the tuning thread, it is not doing its job. Either there is a problem in the spring that it is held to the pulley, or there is a problem in the thread itself. So let me pause this video again and see the problem in it. So I turn off the radio and I remove the rod antenna from its holders, and to my surprise, here is a problem. And here is the tuner thread. As you can see, that it is wrapped around the pulley, that it is connected to the shaft of the varicap or the variable, as you can see. And you can see that the thread, it is not stretched around the pulley in here, so it is stretched and threaded in the body, around the body of the varicap or the variable, as you can see. So all what I have to do is pull this to its place, and I believe this problem, it is solved. Damn it, I can't do it on the camera. So let me pause this and we will see what happened. So back on the silver radio, I tried to rethread the cord into its place, or the thread into its place, and I couldn't because the tension of the spring, it was very high. So what I did, I disassembled the entire thing, and this is a chance for all of you to see the build quality of this. This is really high quality unit. I believe they used to assemble it by hand, so yeah. And as you can see, I rebent the stud that the thread pulley should wrapped around it, and as you can see, it is working like a charm. So I believe I has fixed it, and I believe it is now ready to be reassembled. So let me reassemble it and we will try it on. So here is the unit has been completely reassembled, and I resecure the cables or the wires of the coil, of the antenna coil, with this ribbon tie, and I believe it is now ready to be tested and ready to be reassembled. So anyway, here is the volume key at off position, and here is the power. Let me connect the power to the power plug. Yeah, and one thing I have to say, I will have to replace this with a taller one, and yeah, so let me flip the power. Here you go, and we will see. Here is the channels. And as we can see, apparently the radio, it is working and working really well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next time.